हेलो गाइस, मैं हूं आपका दोस्त देवाशीष भालेराव। और और आज हम बात करने वाले हैं सिकल सेल एनीमिया, उसके डिजीज़, ट्रीटमेंट और इन सारी बातों पे हम आज गौर करेंगे। So sickle cell anemia, a group of disease that causes red blood cell to become mishap and breakdown. With sickle cell disease, an inherited group of disorders, red blood cells contract into a sickle shape. The cell dies early, leaving a shortage of healthy red blood cells. Sickle cell anemia and can block blood flow, causing pains. Sickle cell crisis. Things people may experience in this disease are pain areas in joints. Pain type can be sudden in chest, whole body, drizzling, fatigue, low oxygen in body, or malaise. Urine inability to make concentrated or dilute urine or blood in urine. Also common abnormal breakdown of red blood cells. Inflamed fingers of toes, pallor, shortness of breath, or yellow skin and eyes. Life expectancy in sickle cell anemia. One often used as a baseline in the cooperative study of sickle cell disease, published in the New England Journal of Medicine in 1994. This study monitored patients in US between 1978 and 1988 and estimated the median life expectancy of women with sickle cell anemia to 48 years and men to 42 years. What manages symptoms of fatigue and anemia in sickle cell anemia? Fatigue is a common symptom in person with sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia causes a chronic form of anemia which leads to fatigue. The sickle red blood cells are prone to breakage, hemolysis, which causes reduced red blood cell lifespan. The normal lifespan of a red blood cell is 120 days. These sickle red blood cells are easily detected with a microscope examination of a smear of blood on a glass slide. Typically, the site of red blood cells production, bone marrow, works overtime to produce these cells rapidly, attempting to compensate for their destruction in the circulation. Occasionally, the bone marrow suddenly stops producing red blood cells, which cause a very severe form of anemia, aplastic crisis. Aplastic crisis can be promoted by infections that otherwise would seem less significant, including viruses of stomach and bowels and the flu influenza. Sickle cell anemia tends to stabilize without specific treatment. The degree of anemia is defined by measurement of blood hemoglobin level. Hemoglobin is protein molecule in blood cell that carries oxygen from the lungs to the body's tissues and return carbon dioxide from tissues to the lungs. Blood hemoglobin level in persons with sickle cell anemia are generally between 6 to 8 grams by dl. Normal level is above 11 grams per dl. Occasionally, there can be a severe drop in hemoglobin requiring a blood transfusion to correct the anemia. Blood transfusion is usually reserved for those patients with other complications including pneumonia, lung infection, stroke, severe leg ulceration, or late pregnancy. Among the risks of blood transfusion are hepatitis, infection, immune reaction, and injury to body tissues from iron overload. Transfusions are also given to patients to prepare them for surgical procedures. Folic acid is given as a supplement. Sometimes a red blood cell exchange can perform. This process removes some of the sickle blood cells and replaces them with normal blood cells. It is done when sickle cell crisis is so severe that other forms of treatment are not helping. Pain crisis. Pain crisis in persons with sickle cell anemia are intermittent, painful episodes that are the results of inadequate blood supply to the body tissue. The impaired circulation is caused by the blockage of various blood vessels from the sickling of red blood cell. The sickled red blood cells slow or completely impair the normal flow of blood through the tissues. This leads to excruciating pain, often require hospitalization and opiate medication for relief. The pain typically is throbbing and can change its location from one body area to another. Bones are frequently affected. Pain in the abdomen with tenderness is common and mimic appendicitis. Fever frequently is associated with the pain crisis. A pain crisis can be promoted by preceding dehydration, infection, injury, cold exposure, emotional stress, or strenuous exercise. As a prevention measure, people with sickle cell anemia should avoid extremes of heat and cold. Pain crisis require analgesia for pain and increased fluid intake. Dehydration must be prevented to avoid further injuries to tissues, and intravenous fluid can be necessary. Other modalities such as biofeedback, self hypothesis, and electric nerve stimulation may be useful. Hydrogria is a medication that is currently being used in adults and children with severe pains from sickle cell anemia. It is also considered for those with recurrent strokes and frequent transfusion. This drug acts by increasing the amount of fetal hemoglobin in the blood. The response to hydrogria is variable and unpredictable from patient to patient. Hydrogria can be suppressive to the bone marrow. Dactylitis and arthritis. Swelling and inflammation of the hands or feet is often an early sign of sickle cell anemia. The swelling involves entire finger or toes and is called dactylitis. Dactylitis is caused by injury to bones of the affected digit by repeated episode of inadequate blood circulation. Dactylitis generally occurs in children with sickle cell anemia from age 6 months to 8 years. Joint inflammation, arthritis with pain, swelling, tenderness, and limited range of motion can accompany the dactylitis. Sometimes not only the joints of hands or feet are affected, but also a knee or an elbow is affected. Here are 5 things you should know about sickle cell anemia while studying it in deeply.